Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to compare two of the best IDs right now out there, which is Antigravity by Google and versus Cursor, and we're going to test them on an actually already running project. And I've created two different repositories for the same project, and I want to see how they implement different kind of features. Just to keep it simple, I'm going to utilize it for a personal website that I've been building. So this is the website that both of them have access to. So that means when I say that they both have different folders that have access to the same code that is created here. So this is pretty simple, very standard website which has, there are a couple of pages here. You can switch between them, a simple nav bar, there are some other stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test giving each one of the particular agents, so cursor and anti-gravity both, and here we are technically looking at only the agents part that they're going to be building, nothing else. So we're going to give them each one task after another and see which of the agents actually perform better. And the idea here is being very simply, both of them really are very good in their own perspective, but I want to see which one really stands out. So here are the three things that we're going to test them on. Number one, we're going to test them on vague instructions. So I'm going to give it something super simple. Go ahead and update and add different micro interactions. Second is going to be a very specific instruction, and we see how it actually implements that. And then third one is going to be the biggest one, which is going to be a complete website overhaul. Now, just before I get it, I'm going to quickly walk you through what we have here. So again, pretty simple. We have a photo here. We have small buttons with small micro interactions available here. We have basic micro interactions at the top, very little animations, pretty simple design, really good, super professional, and that's it, what we have. Now, let's actually start implementing by asking it to, I want to animate a bit more. I want the hero to have some kind of, like you can say, a much better transition. So I'm going to come here and say, I want the hero section to be really better with different animation that can make a scroll stopping effect for the user. Now, one thing I'm going to do here is very simply before we go, I'm going to switch between and select the same model for both of them. So it's going to be Sonnet 4.5 here, and we are also going to select Sonnet 4.5 here. So it's a fair comparison. It's not that we're giving cursor some additional steps or something. We're just going to take the same exact same option here and anything else. The only thing that I'm not going to judge them on is the speed, because that is dependent on API, my internet connection, and everything else. So I'm not going to do that, except we're just going to look at the actual effects. Now here you can see we are going to switch to agent, and what actually ends up, one thing that I really like, and this is just based on my initial testing, given that I've just told you I'm not going to judge this on speed, anti-gravity is pretty fast even though we are on the same PC here. So let's see what happens, and I'm going to give it like a couple of seconds and come back and show you the results. The one thing that actually anti-gravity really does well, it actually opens a browser and starts testing that. So we're going to see how does the final result look like. So on the left hand side is the cursor option, and the right hand side is anti-gravity, and I'm going to refresh on both the sides. So left hand side is like, again, is like not I don't know, like, again, I feel that there is just a small button at it, right? You guys can see, and this is cursor's response. They have made the background a bit more like wobbly, at least I can imagine that. And then if I scroll down, yeah, these animations are already there, but nothing major changed. Like, again, I think very simple, very kept it pretty normal. So this is cursor's response and looks nice, does not look bad at all. It added, it comes back also with a proper, like, again, comes out once it loads. So pretty cool. Let's see what did anti-gravity did. So here we are. I'm going to quickly refresh so we see how the load of animation is, and they have this. So they have the words appear separately. I build AI systems that survive with reality, and then you have this. Do we have, I think, like, again, this one had like a shadowish. The button, honestly, like, again, here if you see anti-gravity, the button is a bit over the top rather than this, which is pretty cool. And then you have this here, and then we have, I think they both try to add a parallax effect at the end, but other than that, did not change anything here. So one thing that I would give to cursor is, so they have actually tried to make the parallax effect available, and I'm not sure if this available everywhere rather than just in a single place. And also, like, if you see, they added a small effect on the right. So if I had to compare between both of them, just, yes, this looks cool, I build AI system that's right, but also I don't think this will work out if, like, again, someone is just seeing. Though I don't love cursors either. I don't know why the reality part is not loading, or is it going to load here? So if you see here, the word is not loading. So given that it actually has a bug, I'm not going to give this to cursor. This goes to anti-gravity, even though It's like it's not perfect, but at least are no bugs on anti-gravity side. So right hand side one, which is anti-gravity, wins and compared to cursor here. So it's fine. The button could have been better, but at least it came back with everything. I think there is supposed to be like a writing that reality part where it's not coming up and not loading. So for the winner, we very simply are going to give this vague instruction implementation. The winner is anti-gravity, and that's it. So for this, we give full marks to anti-gravity. Now let's go to let's go back to this, and I'm going to give a very specific instruction, which is going to be super simple, but also I'm going to allow them to have a bit of creativity here. But let's see what comes up. So the goal here is going to be to change the navbar into something more floating, and it should look like a pillbox format. So I want a pill format. Okay, so let's come back to our profile. Okay, so this was good. I'm going to start a new agent in both the places so that I can do this. I'm going to ask it to create, add a navbar, update the navbar to be a bit more pillbox format, which looks cool and has some basic button animation when choosing different options. Keep the same color scheme. Bar should be available. So this is going to be here and this is going to be here. Let's see what happens, and I'm going to press enter. Now this is going to be, I think, like a pretty quick update, given that it's just an navbar. They need to update that. I just want to see how they actually implement this. I just want a simple navbar which you can click and then it moves around the button from one place to another. So let's see. Okay, so the results are in, and we can see here this is anti-gravity. So this is the Google option. Decent work done, exactly did what I wanted to. So I'm really happy here, and I just want to see if it sticks across. Yes, it sticks across. It looks much better. I would have liked if the button also was rounded, but it's pretty good. It works well, no errors. I can move across, and then again, I would have liked if it was color based, so it was taking the accent color rather than just highlighting it with a slight gray, but that's fine. Okay, now let's look at the cursor option. So cursor did maybe a bit more aesthetic, but a more smaller navbar. It also did not take any accents, at least highlights sometimes if it's moving between different pages. But one thing that I would like to say is attention to detail, at least on with cursor, was much easier, right? You have this work with me automatically becoming circle, and then also both of them added hamburger menus in case I reduce the size and everything else. So pretty well done, but just because I like this more, I'm going to give this to cursor, and 110% specific instruction implementation with a bit of creativity goes to cursor. Okay, now is the actual test. Now this is going to be a two-part thing. What we're going to do is we're going to ask it to add a light mode, and I'm going to give it two options. First is going to be we're going to ask it to plan both the agents on how they're going to implement a light mode, and then ask them to implement it. So this is going to be the true test where we see, okay, so this is all good. I'm just going to select and go ahead and create new agents, and first we're going to switch from fast to planning on both the sides, from auto agent to I'm going to select to plan, and I'm going to say create a plan to implement a light mode on the website. Okay, and I'm going to take the same thing and go ahead from there. Now once the plan is ready, I'm just going to simply ask them to go ahead and implement the plan, and then let's see how the actual implementation works. This is probably in where most of the times agents make or forget things. They don't change the color of the font, they don't change, maybe they change in some places, they don't change in everything else. So let's see. It depends on the plan, and given that I'm not going to review it because I want to see, okay, how good they are at vibe coding. So this is pretty good. I like this questions option, so I'm going to select, I'm going to give it some option, and this is better than rather than asking me question on that. I'm going to select manual, and then where should the okay, that's fine. And then what kind of light mode should we follow? I would like, let's see, pure white backgrounds with subtle grays. I would like to go ahead with that, like, rather than I think so. Let's see, it's automatically, like, again here I did not get any asks, and you can see cursor is creating a plan here, and then we're just going to go ahead and option to build a plan. Same here, I believe. So implementation plan, light mode, it's coming pretty good. Both of them are like decently fast. So open. Okay, this is the implementation plan. I'm not going to review this. I'm just going to simply say, okay, build, and I'm going to switch from building to fast, and I'm just going to say, okay, build the plan. So I'm going to do this, and here I'm just going to press button. One thing I like here is in Cursor, given that it's a bit more mature product, you see it gives you a button rather than for me to write that I need to build a plan. It automatically knows that after planning, the next step is building, which I believe will soon come in Google also. But right now, let's see how they perform. It's going to probably take like 2 to 3 minutes, so I'm going to skip that part and just show you finally what the results end up to be. Okay, let's see. So we'll start here, Cursor, and let's see what comes out. Pretty good, pretty cool animation also. The headings are still white. This is still not fixed. Okay, did not choose a lot of options. Not great. Like again, I would say if I had to rate this on a scale of 10, this would be probably like a 5. I can probably fix it with a couple of more inputs, but it's a 5. It's not crazy, but let's see, compare this to Antigravity now. Okay, so this is Google's option. I'm going to switch and see. I like the animation I'm just seeing. Yep. I like this also. They added this given that it was changing with the color. Yes. And I'm just so happy to see that in one shot, Google's Antigravity has been actually able to move all of this and actually do it well. And it's the same prompt, right? And if I just show you side by side, you guys can just, let's see, we reduce this and you guys can, yep. Okay, so if you see here, the button is still a bit wonky-ish, but that's fine. In here, it's okay. But if you see here, it did not fix this, it did not fix the rest part, it just fixed the hero section and forgot about the rest of it. But here, if you see, same prompt, same effort, same models, but completely different approach. And this 110% goes down. And also adding this was something I'm not expecting. I was probably expecting color, but it's a bit more shiny. It has a small animation, which is the coolest part, which is the what makes complete difference and what you want in your website and how you want your vibe coding agent to look like. So 110%, this one goes to Antigravity. And the winner, without a doubt, is Antigravity. This is happening. Google is really doing a lot with their models, and we're not even using Google's own models, which are really good. We're using different models, Claude's on it, on both the parts, and it worked really well. So if you're someone who wants to learn how to build apps using Google Antigravity, just subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop a massive tutorial on how to build an Android app using Antigravity very soon, and I would love to see you there. And if you want to learn more about building AI automations, go down in the description and check out some cool stuff for all of you. Till then, I'll see you in the next one.